prizes. For Britain's brightest family, the trip of a lifetime to Florida awaits, and they can each bring a guest. Our winners will get return flights to Orlando for 6 people, 7 nights in the Hilton Cocoa Beach Hotel, and a pass to visit the famous NASA Kennedy Space Center, home to some of the world's brightest minds. But our families still have to make it through to the final by winning tonight. So let's meet them. From Tunbridge Wells, the Curtis family. Team captain Alex, 13, who won the top school awards for both English and history while writing film scripts in his spare time.
Good evening, Anne.
Uncle Chris, an evidential review officer who logically and analytically reviews evidence to be taken into court cases.
Good evening, Anne.
And Dad Brendan, a diagnostic and cardiac radiographer with a first-class honours degree in radiography from Canterbury Christchurch University.
Good evening, Anne.
That's the Curtis family from Tunbridge Wells. And they'll be battling from Midlothian, Scotland, the Pettigrew family. Team captain Anna, 12, a member of the school learning council. She writes at a level 3 years above her age.
Good evening, Anne.
Dad Keith, a chemistry teacher with a first-class honours degree in chemical physics from Edinburgh University.
Good evening, Anne.
And Uncle Stephen, a leading biologist for cancer research with a PhD in virology from the University of Sussex.
Good evening, Anne.
That's the Pettigrew family from Midlothian. So, Alex, here you are in the semi-finals. Are you proud of the team you put together?
For the most part.
We were hoping to play to our strengths. I've been Butch Cassidy to Chris's Sundance Kid in terms that he's very quick on the trigger. So I spent a lot of the last 2 rounds shooting up into the air and going, got to answer a question now.
And what have you learned about yourselves in your individual rounds?
I think we've learned that Alex has got ice in his veins, especially from the last answer of the quarter-final. That was really pulled it out of the bag.
What do you make of your opponents?
Formidable by the sounds of how their previous rounds have gone. So we've got our work cut out for us today.
And the Pettigrew family. Anna, how are you feeling about tonight? Are you happy with the team you put together?
Yeah, definitely.
Smart answer.
Remind us what they bring to the team.
Well, my Uncle Stephen, he scored one of the highest scores in the last round, so that's really good. And I hope that you can do that again. And my dad, he did really well in the words round, so if we can carry on doing that, then we do stand a good chance.
And have you done anything to prepare for tonight?
My dad, he emptied out his wallet and we just did like the counting the money in 5 seconds.
Didn't take very long.
Doesn't happen very often either.
What do you make of your opponents? Can you do it?
They seem very strong, certainly, but we were strong as well, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really good battle.
So they are both 2-time winners. In fact, the only 2 teams in the tournament to score 230 points. The Pettigrews in their quarterfinal and the Curtises in their heat. But let's see who can make it through to our final. Let's play Britain's Brightest Family. Time for round 1 then. We know our families know each other well, or they wouldn't have got this far. But how will they perform with a place in the final at stake? Fingers on buzzers then, teams. Here we go. Question 1. Out of the 3 Earth signs of the zodiac, which one is missing? Alex nominates Brendan.
Scorpio.
It's not Scorpio, I'm afraid. That's actually a water sign, so the points go to the Pettigrews. It's actually Taurus, which is Latin for bull. Question 2. Which historical figure would have written this dating profile? South American ex-actress looking for love. Chris nominates Brendan.
Eva Peron.
It is indeed Eva Peron, or Evita. She was a film actress when she met Colonel Juan Perón, the soon-to-be president of Argentina. As his first lady, she founded the nation's first large-scale female political party, and she was the subject of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Evita, with its emotional song, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. So is that the tactic continuing from the heats and the quarterfinals? Chris just nominates Brendan for everything?
They just like shooting me up in the air.
Well, it's worked there. Well done, you. It's 10 points all. Question 3. These are the codes for airports in which country? Keith nominates Stephen.
Mexico.
It is Mexico, yes. Tijuana, Guadalajara, Cancun, and Mexico City. Question 4. Which electrical circuit component is indicated here? Anna nominates Keith.
Capacitor.
It is a capacitor, yes. It's a device used to store an electric charge. Excellent nomination there from team captain Anna. Last question of the round, question 5. How many vowels are there in total in the name of this constellation? Brendan nominates Chris.
4.
4 indeed, yes. There are 4 vowels and 6 consonants. It's Latin for greater dog. So, after round one, the scores are the Curtises have got 20 points, the Pettigrews just ahead on 30 points. On to round two, where it's all about words. For the first time, it's an individual round. You'll each have to play one of these rounds tonight, so choose wisely. Captains, who are you going to choose for the hot seat here and why? Alex, who are you choosing and why?
I'm nominating myself. Because I got a couple of good word answers in the quarterfinal, and I'm quite good with sort of spelling, and I've been revising foreign words, so hopefully that won't go to waste.
Excellent. And Anna, who are you choosing and why?
I'm going to nominate my dad, Keith, because he's performed really well in the last two rounds, so hopefully he can do it again.
Keith, how do you feel about this round? You feeling confident?
I feel okay about it. I've been doing a little bit of extra reading, trying to look over some books from the last couple of centuries and see if I can remember some key titles, so hopefully that'll pay off.
Jolly good. So it's Keith, our chemistry teacher, against award-winning student Alex. Who's going to teach who a lesson? Fingers on buzzers? Here's your first question. Which one of these words is spelt correctly? Alex.
A.
It's not A, I'm afraid, so the Pettigrews get the points. Do you know, Keith?
B, I think.
It is B, yes. Spontaneous with O at the end, which you S there. Question 2. The name of which team sport is split between two words in this sentence? The clumsy hippo lost its footing. Keith.
Polo.
Polo, indeed. Well done. So that's another 10 points there. Pettigrew's starting to edge clear, but there is a long way to go in this semi-final. Question 3. Which of these quotes is an example of personification? Alex.
B.
Yes, it is indeed, because a month can't actually be cruel. Personification is the attribution of human qualities to non-human things. Your human qualities got you 10 points there. It's now 30 to the Curtises, still 50 to the Pettigrews. Question 4. The name of which Elizabethan explorer completes this crossword? Alex.
Francis Drake.
Yes, Sir Francis Drake there, who circumnavigated the globe. Well done, Alex. And another 10 points there, taking you up to 40 points. Pettigrew's still on 50. Last question of the round, question 5. Which of these is the German word for bird? Alex.
B.
B, Vogel, yes. You said you've been practicing foreign words. It's definitely paid off here. Well done. So, after round 2 of this semi-final, the scores are all square. 50 points to the Curtises, 50 points to the Pettigrews. But there are still 3 more rounds to go, so there is still plenty of time for one team to pull away. This is round 3, and it's the numbers round. So, captains, who in your team has the numerical knowledge required for the hot seat this round, and why? Alex, who are you choosing and why?
I've chosen my Uncle Chris.
The logical, analytical one.
And he used to be a police officer, and, you know, they're all about numbers, 999.
Chris, how are you on the numbers, you reckon?
Up and down. I've had some good answers.
Well, you have. That's how the chairs work.
I've had some good answers and I've had some very poor answers. I just need to be more consistent.
Excellent. And Anna, who are you choosing and why?
I'm going to choose my Uncle Stephen, because he performed really well in the last round, and if he can do that again, then hopefully we'll stand a good chance.
Stephen, you confident about this?
Reasonably. Went well last round. The one before that wasn't so good. So, a bit like Chris, up and down.
Well, Stephen, you added a whopping 80 points to your team's total in the quarterfinal, so let's see what you can score here.
No pressure.
So, it's Uncle Chris and Uncle Stephen. Fingers on buzzers, here's your first question. Which of these fractions is not equal to the others? 3/4, 6/8, 15... Chris?
25 over 28.
That's right, it is 25 over 28. All the other fractions are equal to 3/4, because you can divide the top and bottom by the same number to give 3/4. So, Pettigrew is still on 50. Curtis is now sneaking ahead on 60. Question 2. Which prime number is missing from this sequence? Chris?
11.
It is 11, yes. A prime number is a number that is divisible only by itself. So nothing else divides into 5, 7, 11, 13 or 17. Question 3. What is the price of this item now it's in the sale? Stephen?
£67.50.
Well done, £67.50. 10% of 75 is 7.5, and 75 minus 7.5 is 67.5. Things are tight here in this semi-final. 60 now plays 70. Question 4. If Emma Stone equals 1, Galileo equals 10, and Elton John equals 100, what is the total shown here? Stephen?
242.
I'm afraid it's neither of those, so the
224.
224, it is indeed, yes. 2 Eltons means that's 200, plus 2 Galileos is another 20, and there are 4 Emma Stones. So the Curtises still ahead by 20 points on 80, Pettigrews have still got 60. Question 5. What is the total amount of change shown here? Chris?
£3.25.
It is £3.25. There are 2 £1 coins, 5 20p coins, 2 10p coins, and a 5p coin. And after round 3, the scores are 60 points to the Pettigrews, 90 points to the Curtises. Time for a quick break now, but come back to see which of our families makes it through to the final. See you shortly. Welcome back to the semi-final of Britain's Brightest Family. Both families tonight are just one step away from a place in the final and the chance to be declared Britain's Brightest Family. And so far, it's looking good for the Curtis family. They have 90 points, the Pettigrews a little way behind on 60. The next 2 rounds will be crucial. Round 4 is about IQ puzzles and logical problem solving, and it's our final individual round. Brendan, you haven't played a head-to-head yet, so you'll be playing for your team this time. You got 3 correct answers in this round in the quarter-final. Do you think you can beat that here?
I will do my very best to, yeah.
Anna, you haven't played a head-to-head yet,
No, I haven't.
so it's your turn.
Yeah.
And as team captain, why did you leave yourself for this round?
Well, I left myself because in the last few rounds I've done quite well, so hopefully I can do that again.
And you're playing against an adult who is a qualified diagnostic radiographer, and this is a very educated man. Have you got what it takes to beat him?
I think so, because I don't know what that means.
Well, we've already seen tonight one team captain beat an adult. Are we going to see this again? Here's your first question. Which of the 4 pieces completes this picture? Anna?
D.
It is D, yes. D, because we were looking for the crossguard of the sword, a hand, and the fencer's head. So first blood to you in this round, and you brought your score up to 70 points, just within 20 of the Curtises. Question 2. Which word is in its correct colour? Oh, you're both timed out there. It's one of the smaller ones. It's actually blue. There it is on the board there, hard to see in just 5 seconds. No change in the scores there then. 70 still plays 90. Question 3. Which of these is the correct net for the cube? Brendan?
A.
A, it is indeed. A is the only answer where the hand is on a green background. Well worked out there, and it's taking your score to 100 points against the Pettigrews 70. On we go. Question 4. What is the minimum number of pencils that need to be removed to change the number to 3, 4, 5? Brendan?
5.
5 is correct, yes. 2 from the first, 2 from the second, and 1 from the third. Taking you to 110 points. Question 5. Which is the correct mirror image for this word? Brendan?
D.
It is D. It's the only one where everything's round the wrong way. So the scores heading into the final round are 70 points to the Pettigrews. The Curtis on 120 points. It's time for the final round in this semi-final. Once again, the families will be buzzing in to try and answer general knowledge questions. There'll be 5 questions in this round. However, this time, each of the questions will be worth 20 points, so there's plenty of opportunity to catch up. Here we go again. It's time to see who will progress to the final of Britain's Brightest Family. Curtis family, you're not home and dry yet. Are you feeling confident, or are you feeling the pressure?
We need to be on our mettle. You can definitely feel the tension in the studio. I think it's really, yeah. And to be as close as we are now, we don't want to throw this away now.
No. And Uncle Chris, what's your plan here for this final round?
To send him up in the air as often as I can. He loves it.
And Anna, you can see that you can still do this. You're only 50 points behind and there's 100 points on offer here. So you could make an extraordinary comeback.
Yeah, definitely. If we just relax and have fun and hopefully get some questions right along the way.
Brilliant attitude to have, Anna.
Thank you.
Fingers on buzzers, here we go. These notes and letters spell out the name of which major Asian river? Chris nominates Brendan.
Ganges.
It is the Ganges, yes. Notes are G-A-G-E. It's a river of northern India and Bangladesh, which rises in the Himalayas and flows southeast to the Bay of Bengal. So, Curtis family, that answer has taken you within one question of being unassailable. Get the next one right and you are in the final. Pettigrews, you are a brilliant quiz team, but you are fighting for survival here. Question 2. Which Wimbledon ladies singles champion from the 1990s is missing from this alphabetical list? Brendan nominates Chris. Time's up. I'm sorry. Points go to the Pettigrews. Can you see it?
Steffi Graf.
It is Steffi Graf, yes, well done. Steffi Graf won the title 5 times in the 90s, not to mention the Golden Slam in 1988 when she won absolutely everything, including an Olympic gold medal. So 90 now plays 140, still all to play for. What a competition we're seeing here in this semi-final. Question 3. The first 2 letters of this author's missing name form the chemical symbol for which element? Anna nominates Keith.
Bromine.
Bromine is correct, yes. Bram Stoker wrote Dracula. Br is bromine. Bromine and mercury are the only 2 elements that are liquid at normal room temperature. It's getting closer and closer. The Pettigrew is now on 110 to the Curtis's 140. And just 2 questions left, 40 points to play for, 30 points in it. If the Pettigrews get them both right, they will win the day. If the Curtis family get one more question correct, they are through to the finals. Who will we see going through? Question 4. On this map, in which section of the grid is the country Albania? Chris nominates Brendan.
C3.
It is C3, that is correct. And you are through to the final, 160 points. Chris sticking to his plan there, nominating his brother Brendan, who finished the job. What a competition this has been. One more question to go in this game. Can the Pettigrews add to their score? Question 5. In the human body, how many of these organs are part of the digestive system? Keith nominates Stephen.
3.
It is 3. It's the stomach, the large intestine and the pancreas. Kidneys are part of the urinary system. Lungs are part of the respiratory system. That's the end of the round and the end of tonight's show. So the Curtis family are today's winners and are through to the final, beating the Pettigrew family by 30 points. Which means, unfortunately, Pettigrews, your time in the competition is over. Commiserations, it's been brilliant having you here and well done for getting this far.
We've had a great time. It's just been super. They were incredibly strong, thoroughly deserving winners.
Best of luck to them, that's all I can say.
And Curtis family, you're through to the final. How does it feel?
Oh,
A relief.
definitely. You guys ran us so close. You
They
were amazing
pushed you
today.
really hard.
Absolutely.
And absolutely superb.
So for the Curtis family, the chance of winning a fantastic holiday waits, courtesy of Hilton Hotels and Resorts, to Florida and a trip to the NASA Kennedy Space Center, home to some of the cleverest people on Earth. So the Curtis family are through to the final, but who will they face? To find out, join me next time for the second semi-final of Britain's Brightest Family. Goodbye from the governess. I've been Anne Hegarty.